you can rock it up, go stupid into someone. Doing it in these finals, you're up against the same teams. Nothing's changing on the players you're fighting. They have the same tendencies. You can't just, you know, get lucky, get a lower point elo lobby. It's different, but the same.
Yeah, very true. At the same time as well, coming into these final games as well, you'll see a lot more of these fights breaking up. People being a bit more aggressive now. You got to get that, you know, you got to qualify. You got to get in that top 25, I believe it is for NAEs, correctly. Makes it into the grand final heats. And also the money range, right? If you're coming, like if your duo is coming 40th, there's no real point in playing safe. You're going to have to start going aggressive. So all those top teams have to be careful. And this is one of those more aggressive fights. We haven't seen a Sweaty Sands spawn fight break out until now. We have Saf taking down Orcas, and then we have Tiny Jelly, Teeny Jelly trying to make their way away here, and they go down. They place 48th. Looks like Saf and Zayd are not happy with how their games are playing out. We're back over here with Agent and Innocence taking an aggressive fight. I talked about the teams that are at the bottom taking more aggressive fights going into the next games. Looks like it's the team at the top as well.
They must take this fight, though, being below right now, and it's going to start ticking in 36 seconds. There's slightly more than that. All these tags so important. If they have to face check right now is the chance to do that. They need to get up below or up above and finish this. Yes, it is instantly up above, and with the knock two, maybe getting a little too aggressive. Agers finds the hole though, and Innocence coming behind it. The pitch is perfect.
How much time are you going to invest getting this loot though? How much time have you spent in this fight? We just tuned in halfway once the builds were fully completed. All these metal walls, not theirs, but the enemies. That takes 25 seconds to build up. But there's other people looking for Surge. Just look what happens to Crimson Kaz. They're just peacefully waiting on the bridge. They're way above. Teams just breaking right in. People find...
This is the same bridge that Chap and AV were on. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
This looks like could be Chap and AV, but again, same as last game, I don't hear the minigun ringing out. You'd think right now, if they were in a box next on, there'd be some minigun of pressure being applied. Maybe this was AV and Chap just looking for Storm Surge tags. They topped themselves up and now they're backing off. I don't know. I have to assume based on this one, we're going back in. No, that's not what happened at all because AV is down, or maybe it did. Maybe they took AV and Chap was able to disengage. I'm guessing if either of these teams don't have a delay, there might be another team involved in this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting confused with the perspectives, but it looks like someone else is pressuring AV and Chap. We talked about why they didn't push in further. It looks like this edge has pinched them. They're now being pinched between two teams, and it's costing them. There it is. No, Storm Surge now active on Chap as well. He has shields. He might be able to out-heal. Someone's landing on his head. He's got 63 blue tag. Needs to be careful. That gets him above Storm Surge. That actually worked well for him. That player dropping on him is actually one of the best things that could happen to him right now. He might be able to out-heal it with the shield if he went under, but he didn't need to. He got the damage. He baits the launch pad, rotates around, hits the tag. It's centered and edgy. NA West displaying their dominance on East.
I mean, yesterday, I think a lot of people were just raving about in multiple chats that Scented and Edgy were kind of not trying, just doing whatever they wanted to do. Ended up clinching out what looked like to be 7th place overall, above everyone else who was trying real hard. And right now, just the fact that they're just walking up to fights, probably above Surge, going straight in, getting as much damage as possible. This is another instance of an uncontested drop spot. Maybe these guys land agency, I'm not sure. But being in here, I don't see the Tommy gun just yet. Yeah. But just a general uncontested drop spot, they have no chance in having a save damage. 25 HP left, and that's Blake gone. No chance of a revive. Assault.
But for now, right now, we don't really know. We'll hopefully get an update in the next couple of games. Oh my goodness!
Assault almost pulls it back. A triple 64 headshot. It was like, yeah, well, you got the elimination, but here, you can take this one for you on your rotate, though. Tags him almost down to nothing. Had him on less than 20 health. My gosh, what is that? Almost found his way back into it. If he did that a little bit earlier, they may have been above Storm Surge. It shows how quick they can get it, but I reckon they hit maybe 15, maybe 10 AR shots in a row, all non-registers on flying targets. They had to have the comms of stop shooting, they're not registering. So I don't know if you guys saw it on EU. Was there any server issues with bullets not registering this morning, or do you think these shots are just genuinely just missing?
It was pretty rough, and you actually saw even in NA East. I don't know if that's who you're referring to, if you're referring to somebody else that says Lucky. They closed their box entirely because they're saying there's no way, there's no reason to go for this. There's no reason. Oh, good tags! Finally, a power play pushes away off of the height to reconnect, and then also get a really good angle on the uncapped teammates, and then the cone goes in. But this might all of a sudden turn for the worse.
Player was going for the revive, though. He thought he found his way in, but he couldn't do it.
Drop down for. Absolutely. Now he has the med kit right outside of zone. Moving in has 2 seconds. It's going to close in. Not too much pressure. People aren't going to be looking to take height off of this play. Or at the moment, it's 6 zone usually when it starts to move. They finally get the refresh. It was Unknown Army that goes down.
Again in 5th zone. How unlucky before the placements But Crims, the power play works out, and now they have a little bit more time to work with. Remember, he could just back up. He has that fallback option to go right back to where their 5th zone base was, and now they even get very close to 6th zone, but only because of that power play from Crims.
Didn't get the materials, unfortunately, though. So they've only got 3. He's only got 400 material total, so I don't know how the teammate's looking here. He's trying to get some shots. Players is gliding. Here we go. Let's see if the bullets will register now. Pulls out the pistol. Has no AR, so the pistol does hit quite hard, but you don't have a very big magazine clip to go for those shots. So we have Kaz rotating forward. Crims is going a little bit higher, making sure no one pads their height. I say small clip, but he beams the player. Beautiful tracking. I was talking earlier about, I think people blame it on controller, but I think everyone's just getting that much better. Kovaxing hard. They take people out of the sky like nothing these days. 37 alive, 1,300 above Storm Surge. Absolutely nothing to worry about for them. Only 1 heavy sniper ammo left. Needs to be careful on how they're going to use that. They don't have any RPGs, but I've seen no minigun to suppress players down, so they have high ground for now, but someone could easily upset this and take it from them.
Yeah, Crim's proving that size does not matter whatsoever. It's just the way you use what you have in your inventory. Kaz and him now moving up, doing that classic combination of staying on the same tarp. The risk they run from doing this, though, an RPG could ruin their entire game.
Yeah, they've only got that. They've got that double layer all the way across. They're only on 1 tarp, so they're trying to get their angles. They need to drop down, maybe anchor this, but I don't even know if they have the material to drop down and anchor it. So the pistol's gonna have to do some work. It's the only way they can suppress people down. But if they go too much higher, they're gonna have to watch out for it. There it is, water falling down. Still no connects. Just pushing forward, trying to get to that front side. Shots coming out now. He's down in that layer where it's quite dangerous. They need a mat refresh really soon. 2 builds left. I don't know what Kaz has, but Crims is not looking like he has it. They're not really... Oh, he drops a little bit of wood, so they've still got a little bit longer to go, but I think they need to pick something up. I don't think they're going to win from this position.
And this is the jam side and Demento's special. Taking height so early. Yes, it was all the way in the 5th zone. Clearly not lasting this entire time. Crims so good with the pre-fire, but does he have the mats to get back up? Yes, just barely. He's still pressuring. He needs this impact, like Ozzy said. There's one back in the... all the way in wood, and he looks like he's going up, but Crims does not stop. He gets in and out to the side, but no more materials. He could have made the edit play. Kaz still up. They're fighting now. They have to knock this guy down. Otherwise, he's losing the high ground and losing the possibility for impact.
Yeah, they need to try and find their way in. Only does have 1 ammo left. Oh, gets a beautiful pistol shot. I think that was the last bullet. I don't know if it was the headshot. That was nasty. A clean little shot there. 10 points gained for them now. There's the bit of the mat refresh they need. Only 13 players alive. I think this 150 mats might be enough to close it out. No, Kaz goes down though. He's got the roof. Can he edit back in? He's trying to edit in. He's trying to use that purple pump, but he doesn't. He's got a nice loadout, but he has to solo this. Are we going to continue the solo clutch storyline? Shia, do you think he can clutch it out? What do you reckon?
Right now, it's just about Crims operating on what he knows best, which is box-to-box fights, peanut butter edits. He might not get the chance. Has to play through zone. He gets taken out.
Yeah, he is. He's going to try and close this one out. Let's see it. Arab
versus
first
the
time in
world.
endgame. Can he solo clutch it? He's got to try and do it. Coops has gone down. He somehow doesn't have the grappler. Must have given that to Coop at some position. He's going to try and go for it. 9 players alive. 4 eliminations for him. 9 points. Gets the cone in. He's got the epic tack. Trying to do some work with it. Seeing if he can. Plays underneath him. Heavy snipe. Has the edit. Beautiful play. Arab so fast. Let's see it. He's going for it. 93 health. 33 goes down. Secures top 5 though. The characteristic hype we're used to seeing from Arab. A massive play. That extra 1 elim nets him the top 5 place.
Aussie, what are you seeing right here straight from the get-go?
Looks like we got Chaotic and Nosh, a team that we haven't seen performing too insanely well. Nosh, one of the best box fighters in the region again, so insanely mechanical, but let's see how he goes in the stack lobby. A lot of heavy tarping, so I'm guessing they've got a fair bit of mats on either of them. Paper now and Jamper coming from behind. So we got 19 teams alive, 32 players here. It's such a stack lobby jobby now. We saw this from Crims earlier. He's trying to find his way through. This is him trying to get his impact frag. It's the perspective we had with the pistol, putting it to work. He got such a good shot with it just to get the refresh. They're solo tarping across. We go down now, Rokane and AJ. Making their way on edge as well in a beautiful tarp. They've actually got a really good layer right now. This could be one of the teams that clutches out towards the end based on the position they're in, but we've seen how fast it can go against you. Chaotic and Nosh looking really good too. What do you think of Chaotic and Nosh as a duo? Do you reckon they're the ones who clutch it out, Shia?
Chaotic and Nosh, when they're in these positions, they're not getting contested on their lair. They have at least just 1 or 2 boxes of room. They can play however they want to. If they want to end up winning the game, that's up to them. If they want to go for high impact frags, just get max placement, that's their choice too. Over there though, that dual synergy, possibly telepathy, as they react instantaneously to the decision right in front of them. No builds, just raw pumps back to back. Huge damage taken out. They get the refresh too. Not that many mats left over though. Now it's AJ we're watching on our screen.
It was actually Crims who took down Lazar, just saw it in the feet, so he made it pretty far in there. Nosh just took down Kaz then, so there's going to be a lot of switch up at the top. There's a lot of teams still in it though. Looks like Lazar and his teammates made it into top 7 duos, so they gained some good placement points. I have to think Lucky and Lazar are holding this one down. Maybe We have Daxor, here we go. Unfortunately, Baller's not here to see it. One of the duos he said that was going to pop off this game. We had to getting in the box in a 2v2 situation, though. Graska goes in and gets down, and apparently Daxor couldn't find his way through. I think the wall replace went behind and split them up, but he's going for the heal off anyway. He's got the 2 floppers and the med kits. Let's see if he pulls off the heal off.
That's Jack actually that ends up getting those eliminations. Now Daxter is just going to be left by himself. That medkit play, this is not season 5, probably not going to end up working out. He's going to have to go for these low ground eliminations. 2 total right now. The placement's also there. Now he just has to get as many eliminations as possible or just wait out to win the game. What do you think is more likely here, Aussie?
I think he's going to have to wait out for the placements right now. 4 teams alive, it looks like. So 3 teams alive, 5 players, which means there's going to be at least 1 full duo in this. Now it's a 2v1, I believe, unless my math is wrong. Yeah, is it a 2v1? Yes, it is. We have Acorn and we have Jack Fisher here going to try and take him down. Surely they close this one out. They looked for high ground. They assumed he was on high ground. They didn't even know he was on low. So they RPG'd out, have the builds to go for it. That might be his advantage because it means they have no information on him. They clearly have 0 idea where he is, but they're going to have to assume if he's not up, he's got to be down. So he's down there. He's huddling under some of these builds. Gets some good shots though. Hits him low. Maybe he can pull this one back. Acorn's got, he's going to try and get the big pots off, but the zone's coming through. He might be able to get it off and then pop the flopper. It's a 2v1, but he's doing phenomenal in this 2v1. Jack Fisher goes down with no shield now too. He just closed it out, but such an insane effort from him on low ground. He played that insanely well.
Out over the scores of the night. I believe that was game 3 overall. So right now, Agers and Innocence still at the top spot, 35 points. In that game specifically, they had 6 eliminations, 12th place overall. So even if they can't win games, they stay sticking to the top of the leaderboard. And I think this is the first time in the duels FNCS, at least in NA East, EU, NA West, we've seen someone just hold the top spot.
Yeah, looking like it. They're doing really well. They're still holding out. They're just getting those little points each game. They're not really having any insane pop-off games since game 1, but they're still just getting up there. They're doing well.